Welcome to Beyond the Headlines, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the show this evening. Our attention today is turned to development in Benue State, heart-wrenching, no doubt, and we're following very closely what appears a protracted farmer header conflict that has now spiraled into one of Nigeria's deadliest and most persistent security crises. Since 2017, the state has been a recurring target of coordinated attacks with communities in quite a number of local government areas consistently under siege. The latest atrocity is in Yawata, a border town with Nasarawa, which has claimed at least 59 lives, according to the governor, with eyewitnesses reporting the toll could surpass 100. Survivors say the victims were largely displaced persons seeking refuge in market stalls. President Bola Tinubu, in response, has cancelled his Kaduna trip to visit Benue this Wednesday, June 18th, in what State House sources describe as a decisive move to seek lasting peace. The visit aims to assess firsthand the crisis that has claimed numerous lives and caused significant destruction.
I sympathize with the Benue people. I've spoken to the governor. The leadership and people of Benue should accept our condolences and tried hard, very, very consciously, to maintain peace, harmony among themselves. I will adjust my program and go see Benue people on Wednesday.
And in preparation for the visit, President Tinubu has already sent the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Inspector General of Police, heads of intelligence agencies, as well as the National Security Advisor and Chairman of the Senate and House committees to Benue State.
I am in Benue State today to commiserate with you on the sad incidents of the tragic attack on Yelewata community in Benue State. And so also assure you of not only our commitment to pursue these criminal elements and bring them to justice, but to also assure you that we are committed to bringing lasting peace to Benue State.
We express a sincere gratitude to you and the entire service for before now even responding to us appropriately on all the requisitions in support of our fight against insurgencies in the state.
Well, the president, we understand, is expected to hold a town hall meeting with all stakeholders during his visit. We also hear that Mr. Governor himself visited the affected community a few hours ago. Benue State Governor, Rev Father Alia, joins me live on the show this evening. Mr. Governor, thank you for joining us yet again, and please receive our condolences about the very sad incident that we are now reporting. You spoke with President Tinubu earlier. What was the nature of that conversation and where are we right now?
Well, thank you so much, my brother. My heart goes out again to all my Benue families, particularly in the Guma local government, where this carnage and horrible killings took place. I came back from there just a few ago. It's quite a gory sight. We keep praying that God strengthens the very families that are quite bereaved. While the Inspector General of Police made a condolence visit with the state, we were in the hall when he was sending across his own message, and then the president's call came in intimating us that he's made some rearrangements on his programs at the visit in Kaduna. So to be with us on Wednesday here in the States, it's quite an elating news. We'll be very pleased to welcome him, and I'm glad that this decision was also made. We also spoke with the president yesterday, who placed the phone call himself, sending his commiserating with us, sending his condolences to us. He feels quite touched, as all of us. We thank him for following up very, very closely.
Indeed.
And being very considerate at these very difficult times in the entire state. We're looking forward to meeting with him.
So when we heard from you yesterday, Mr. Governor, you put the casualty figure at 59. Multiple eyewitness accounts suggest the death toll could exceed 100. Some are even quoting 200. We've seen very gory videos of people literally counting the skulls and the flames. Clarify the basis of government's figure. Are we dealing with an underreporting issue here, or is there a verification process still ongoing?
Now, by virtual head counts, are way above the 59. Again, the official figures came from the police, the DSS, the civil defense, the military, all those who were on ground, and then with the locals who supported in the head counts. The numbers kept increasing. I'm coming back from there, and we cannot attach any specific numbers to this. But the figures that were buried as of yesterday were 127 people. We lost 2 in the hospital. They are in the morgue as I speak. Sir, there are quite a number of burnt bodies that are unidentifiable, and quite sad enough that it's no way we can identify these individuals, women, very little children, who had to relocate from their villages because of same disturbances and attacks, and came to this big town called Yelwata. And because of space, they now had to be sleeping in shades at the market square. And this is where the attacks were made. It's not a good sight at all. So already we're talking of 129 bodies, 127 buried, 2 still in the morgue. Again, 18 other bodies are left unburied. So you just add the 18 plus the 129, you get, so it's quite a huge number.
We have to be sure that we are quoting you correctly, Mr. Governor. Did you say
4 more bodies were picked in the bush?
Okay, so let me just confirm the figures right. Did you say 127 or 129 plus the 18 bodies that are yet to be buried?
Yeah, 127 buried, 2 still in the mortuary, 18 still again to be buried, 4 bodies recovered this afternoon in the bush. So, and there is a tendency of making more body recoveries in the bushes, because this has happened in the thick of the night, and people were running helter-skelter in any direction at all they faced, not knowing that they were already surrounded.
127 buried, 18 bodies yet to be buried, 4 more bodies recovered today. It's a sad tale, Mr. Governor. It's another day You watch
It
the
is,
news and
sir.
it turns your belly. And we've followed this farmer-header conflict for years. One question remains as to the identity of the killers. I raised this up with you when we spoke in April, and I specifically asked that what people are saying that these individuals are Fulani headsmen. We've heard from eyewitnesses again in this recent attack who mentioned that they were headers. But you mentioned that they were foreign headers. Who are the killers of your people, Governor Alia?
I think both answers are correct. If you're speaking, I can't hear you, but
Well, I can hear you now.
primary target would be if there is a police station there, or if the security agents are within the area, they first do the attacks and then they go to the most vulnerable. And it was the same thing here at Yelwater. They first came, but they were repelled, and then they now made a pushback. And then they went to where defenselessness was most, and then they struck.
In a press statement from the president, I think it was yesterday, there's a part of that press statement that reads, "This is the time for Governor Alia to act as a statesman and immediately lead the process of dialogue and reconciliation that will bring peace to Benue." What do you make of that? Who are you reconciling? What do you think the president was talking about?
Yeah, again, let me build some bit of context in here. The other time I made a statement myself, a very verifiable statement, that there are some people who are kind of involved in the in the attacks we have in other areas here in the state, and that is a fact. When we were having continuous attacks in Sankara Constitute, Logo Ukum, and Katsina Ala local governments. So the attacks were continuous. So, and then the destructions and then the killings. So we now have to set up a judicial panel of inquiry that submitted that report yesterday. And we're moving very quickly to form a 5-man team to present a white paper to us, and then we would go public with every finding and their possible suggestions. So the statement that was made by the president can be towards that direction. Again, if in the past we've had a number of crises with the herders, and we've been doing some roundtable meetings with some of them. Again, I think it is a renewed call for a reintroduction of such conversation again, even to be more strengthened. I feel the president's statement can also cover that.
I get your point, Mr. Governor. Permit me to jump in quickly, Governor Alia, because I'm told that we have just 2 more minutes to go. If you check X, which is one of the social media platforms where conversations about Benue is rife, one of the things trending right now is state of emergency. There are some who say perhaps it's about time to declare a state of emergency in Benue to arrest this challenge. How do you react to that kind of a statement?
This is a mischievous statement. That is an unfortunate thinking and statement. That is a statement that does not bear any fruit even down the road, as it wouldn't even now. That does not hold any waters at all. On what basis are they even suggesting that a state of emergency be called for? This is part of politicizing of the insecurities we are experiencing in the nation, and particularly in the states. Why Benue? Why are you calling for? Why are they even thinking of emergency pronouncement for Benue? If they are paid to do some bad raps for Benue, I think let them go find some other quarters to do that. What is obtainable in here is we've had a number of local governments that were in the front lines of insecurities, mounting to 17 local governments. Then we fought that down into 9 local governments. We again trimmed it down to 6 local governments. And now that when we had some very unfortunate attacks again, this is within 2 months now, there was a call to the federal government to support us, and they now deployed 3 separate units of MOPOL who came in. And with their support and assistance, we've been able to fight down from 6 local governments now to 3 local governments that are in the red front lines of these attacks. So these are the efforts that the state and the federal government is put in check to bring total peace to the state. So if there are certain shenanigans in their callousness, trying to paint Benue State in a very bad light, I think let them do a real thing.
I hear you, Mr. Governor.
That is not the result.
And I believe you made your...
I fully believe that this is part of why the president again says, get to the drawing board with the warring parties.
I hear you.
Let's not play with insecurities in the state.
Mr. Governor,
lives are being buried.
We have completely run out of time. And I hear you clearly. I believe that you made your point quite well. I want to say a big thank you for joining us to have this conversation, and we wish you all the best as you continue to tackle the insecurity challenge in the food basket of the nation. Thank you, Mr. Governor, for talking to us.
Thank you so very much, my friend. I hope we stay on such conversations again.
Indeed.
We are all as one looking and praying for the peace of our state and the entire nation.
Indeed.
Thank you so very much. Again, I had to go out to those families of ours that are badly hit by these insurgencies.
Governor Benue State, Rev Father Alia, thank you for talking to us. That's our show today, everyone. Thanks for being a part of it. Remember, you can watch my conversation with Mr. Governor again at midnight and at 6 a.m. tomorrow. See you again soon.